Hey, what is up, Glenrock? Hell yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm not used to seeing more than like 12 people in this thing, you know? It's crazy. First, I gotta give just a major shout out to Elevate Glenrock for putting Love Local together. If you guys can give them a huge shout out, man. This is really a homecoming show for me. I grew up in Glenrock, as you know. I used to have hair and I used to work at the Superfoods and like I scanned your groceries, you know? Scanned your tampons so I knew who in the town had your period. I live in Casper now, but dude, I love coming back to Glenrock. Glenrock is so simple, like, there's just so many privileges that we have in Glenrock because you can actually like walk around town at night and like not worry about getting mugged or anything like that. Like you don't have to do that tweaker peek behind your back. Like that's a beautiful privilege that Glenrock has. And it's funny because like in Casper, the people in Casper, like they got 3 subways and they think they're better than everyone, you know? Like I was telling some people, like I was doing this show in Glenrock and they're like, what, Glenrock? That place is so gross. And, you know, being from Glenrock, I'm like, I think you guys should shut the fuck up. You know, Casper, they love to judge people, but Casper needs to learn how to wash its own ass, you know? Because, like, when you look at towns across Wyoming, if you want to, like, judge a city or a town by, like, its innocence, you just have to look at the crimes that the youth are committing. Because, you know, in Glenrock, like, when the youth needs to get it out of their system, like, you know what they do? They steal their parents' cigarettes and go underneath the bridge and just like graffiti the word boobs on concrete. Like that's pretty innocent to get it out of the system. And meanwhile in Casper, when kids need to get it out of their system, they'll just go up and fucking stab someone nowadays. Like, Casper needs to chill out on the judgment, you know? But yeah, I'm stoked to be here. It makes me super nostalgic coming back to Glenrock. And you know, I don't like to get nostalgic, but I do love embracing it at the same time, if you get what I mean. And you know, I think us as a nation, we're truly starting to embrace nostalgia. You know, we're embracing like Y2K fashion. You guys remember that band Sum 41? They made that song In Too Deep. Like I've been seeing that song everywhere on like these Taco Bell commercials. I mean, they're advertising like quesadillas or some shit. But it's cool, and you know, we got the war in the Middle East also going on. I mean, it's kind of slowing down. I say we keep that shit moving though, you know? I like this 2000s nostalgia. Y'all are nervous. No, it's like, what's it called when a Palestinian lands a kickflip on a skateboard? Radical Islam, dude, fuck yeah! They don't have skateboards in Palestine because, you know, the bombs. Shit. Yeah, like I mentioned, I used to have like so much curly hair back in the day, but as you guys can obviously tell, I am bald as shit, dude. And you know, I'm fine with it now, but I'll be honest with you guys, it sucked going bald at age 19 because, you know, 19 is like a pivotal age for getting puss. And meanwhile, when I was 19, I was just watching my hair fall off in the shower, and it felt like I was dying because I see lots of older folks in the audience, and y'all have way more hair than I do, you know? So like, how can you not feel like you're dying? And that does so much to your confidence. And so I was like having to work on that instead. And you know, fast forward, and I just thank the high heavens that my lady is a social worker and an angel. Because I think she's the only one on earth that my redeveloped Riz could work on. One day I just went up to her and I was like, hey, yo girl, you want this Make-A-Wish dick? My poor lady though, like I realized she's never going to experience that romantic feeling of playing with her man's hair when I go down on her. She just has to palm my shit like a basketball. Michael Jordan! She has to see her face off my shiny dome at like an unflattering angle, you know? And it just makes you so insecure too. Like I'm sobbing by the time we're done in the bedroom, and you know, she tries to cheer me up. She's like, don't worry, babe, being in the bedroom with you, you know, doing sex with you is like a movie. And I'm like, what kind of movie? And she's like, well, you know, when you're crying and finishing at the same time, it's like a tearjerker. So yeah, like I mentioned, Casper has its own problems, but honestly, the state of Wyoming, like, It's unfortunate. As you guys know, we have a major drug epidemic going on. And it's gotten so bad that we're putting awareness campaigns on billboards on the highway. My favorite billboard on earth, though, is when you're driving past Douglas and you see that billboard and it says like, this much fentanyl could kill someone, and it has like a penny on it. But the problem is the penny is the size of a fucking billboard. It's like, let's try scaling, man. That's a lot of fentanyl to do. Insinuating I'm some pussy. No, we gotta help these, tweakers out, because, it is a problem. And I do love, though, like, as we all know, Rock Springs is known for, like, being methville. And what I love about Rock Springs is it's on the border of Utah, where you got those bougie Mormons that live there. And I just wonder if there's like this crossover where these like cool hip Gen Z Mormons turn into tweakers when they cross over into Rock Springs. And it just makes me wonder if there's like some cutesy tweaker out there who, like, right before shooting up their heroin, they're just like 6'7". And I think when we have an opportunity to make some sick reality TV shows with them, like, how cool would it be if you guys ever watched The Great British Baking Show? Okay. Well, how sick would it be if there's the Great British Tweak Off, and like during the technical challenge, the judges are like, all right, tweakers, for your technical challenge, you are going to hotwire a car and feed a baby in 10 minutes. You will meet North Casper. On your marks, get set, tweak. No, crazy drug epidemic. Like I said, I'm super bald and I'm super white, and like I got a tree tattooed on my forearm, which is like the pinnacle of whiteness. Like when you scratch my forearm, you can hear Mr. Brightside playing. And like, with that, I'm just trying to better, because I see lots of women in the audience, and honestly, ladies, I'm trying to better relate with y'all and just try to empathize. And so to do that, I've actually been transitioning my middle name, and so now I go by Devin Marie Fulton. And it's pretty sick, actually. Like, ever since I made this switcheroony, I've noticed some cool habits from the feminine psyche that I do. Like, so now when I go to the gym, my gym bros come up to me and they're like, hey man, you gonna hit arms today? I'm like, psh, no, I'm gonna hit Kegels. And they're like, what? Don't you want to be able to bench 300 pounds someday? I'm like, fuck no, I want to be able to jump on a trampoline and not piss myself. We got any squirters in the no, I'm just joking. No, and I finally understood what empathy felt like for the first time. This past summer, it was a hot summer, it was a 100-degree day. Me and my gal pals were just going for a walk. We were just doing some hot girl shit. And that's when I saw this car with its windows rolled up, and you wouldn't believe it, there was a baby in this car. And in that moment, like, my feminine psyche took over, and, I was just like, oh, that poor baby? And then we just kept walking. But that moment was very surreal, But guys, I gotta put my foot down. We need more gender diversity in the white terrorist department. We got too many white boys shooting up schools. I think it's time to get the Karens involved. Like, how in the Middle East, when they do a suicide bombing, they'll scream Allahu Akbar? How sick would it be if we got a bomb strapped to a Karen's chest and sent her to the headquarters of like Ticketmaster, and she just hit that live, laugh, love, and blew that place up? There's turquoise and like Hobby Lobby posters flying everywhere. I think that'd be pretty sick. Can I get an amen? Oh shoot. Yeah, so another thing about me, I've been trying to lose weight, so I've been going on this diet. And I realized I needed to lose weight when this psychopath broke into my house, and he went to just straight up choke me out. But rather than actually just straight up choking me out, he did something way worse. He put a button-up shirt on me and just proceeded to button up each button. And the fucked up part is it worked. Like by the third button, I was like, fuck, stop! No, it's crazy. So I need to lose weight because, I quit doing those Zen pouches, those nicotine pouches in 2022. We got any Zenners in the audience? All right, good. I know you're lying. You can hide those things in your cheeks. Anyways, Yeah, I quit doing those Zins, and they're an appetite suppressor. And so I realized that they were masking my true addiction, which was fettuccine Alfredo. And so, like, after I quit, the withdrawals took over, and I was just shopping at Walmart for so much marinara and Alfredo sauce. My shopping cart was filled to the brim. I looked crazy. In fact, people were calling me the P. Diddy of pasta. No, it's fun though, like, because our algorithms pick up on our primal desires, and it always catches you at the worst time when guys, when your lady's looking at your phone and you pull up Instagram or whatever. Because before I was on this diet, my algorithm on Instagram, it always showed me like thirst traps or like 9/11 videos, shit guys like. But now it's just now that I'm on this diet, it's picking up on my primal desires, and it just shows me a bunch of like crock pot recipes. Before, when my lady goes to bed, I'll like quickly rush to the living room and like put on the Betty Crocker channel. I'm watching videos on my incognito tab on Pastry Hub. Now, speaking of social media, like if you go on, you realize we're living in some pretty bleak days. Like it's hard not to feel like things are bleak just because everything we see, it's just like madness out there, Like, back in our day, we had the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and nowadays we have the Body Dysmorphia Unpaid Park Rangers. Like, shoot, man. And honestly, I miss the simpler days of, like, you had to go on your family's computer and get a virus if you wanted to watch someone get killed on the internet, But nowadays, you just hop on Facebook and the local police department's like, hey, check out this fucked up body cam footage of us shooting your neighbor. And everything's so sexualized and woke too, Like I was shopping at Walmart and it was crazy. Like I was in the frozen aisle amongst all the people in their Cookie Monster pajamas, Walmart. And in that aisle, I saw they were selling ribbed corn dogs. Like, I couldn't believe it. They were selling ribbed corn dogs, I mean, they were on sale 2 for $5, but like, that's a crazy big deal, actually. And like, everything's sexualized in music too, and it's just super woke. Like, I was listening to some pop punk music on AI DJ, and then he was like, hey, yo, I got a new artist you gotta check out. His name is Youngblood. He's bratty, he's pansexual, and oh, did I mention he's gay? And my first thought was like, what the hell is this, Twink 182? But then I listened to a couple of his songs, like, actually, Youngblood kind of rules. Hey, honey, I gotta run to Walmart. You got $5? No, things are just feeling pretty bleak, but honestly, we gotta connect more with our joys, Like, we have so much to be grateful for. Like, this place was filled with so much cool stuff today, and Elevate Glenrock is actually bringing cool events to the community. We got, like, Not Green Day and all the cool bands that are coming here. Ed McCaffrey came to Glenrock, We have so much to be grateful for. And also, Casper is kind of stepping up its game. Like, the event center, they're actually bringing in an awesome artist. Like, you guys saw Hozier came to Casper, the GOAT, Weird Al came to Casper. Like, how sick is that? And it's just, delightful not to see Tech 9 coming to Casper every year, There's nothing wrong with Tech 9's music other than it fucking sucks. Tech 9 makes music for guys that are like, I'm not racist, my wife has a black eye. So he makes music for guys from Douglas. No, it's crazy. So when I moved back to Glenrock in 2020, I was looking for some new people to meet, so I went on Reddit and joined the Casper Swingers community. And trust me, it gets crazy. Actually kind of disappointing. I joined this group because I wanted to meet some new people, and we arranged some meetups. And I got the wrong impression because after the 7th time of being the only person at the swing set on the playground, I knew they were full of shit. So I saw we have has Glenrock been getting some craft fairs recently? So Casper, we can't get enough of craft fairs. It's like every weekend now. And like, I love craft fairs because you go in with this predetermined mindset of like, I'm gonna see so much homemade stuff and witness the pinnacle of human creativity. And then when you show up, it's just a bunch of like booths of guys that make 3D printed dragons. Then you just get stared at a bunch of crackers. Hell yeah, dude, I love craft fairs. Now, another question for Glenrock, like just genuinely, are there people that have you guys been seeing any like Teslas or Cybertrucks rolling in? So like, there's an uptick in Casper of Cybertrucks. I mean, there's like one. There's this black Cybertruck, and it looks like the 10 version of the Batmobile. And like, you know, I'm not gonna say anything political about Elon Musk's bitch ass, but I will say this, guys that drive Cybertrucks definitely arch their backs when they got spanked as a kid. All right, so who here remembers NFL legend Michael Vick? Weird one to woo for, but so for those that don't know Michael Vick, let me just contextualize. He got drafted out of Virginia Tech in 2002, and he was taking the NFL by storm because he was like the Lamar Jackson of his era, because he was just running around the field so fucking fast, and he was super fast, and he was actually on the cover of Madden NFL 2004. He was a cheat code on that game just because he had 92 overall speed. But then all of a sudden in 2007, he went to prison for dogfights. He gave pit bulls an even worse name than the artist Pitbull himself. Lots of dogs lost their lives because of him. Total piece of shit. He went to prison and he got what he deserved. And guys, let's just be honest. It's been 19 years. I say we let him do the thing again. But instead of with real dogs, we give them the furries. You know, if you're gonna dress up like a dog, identify as an animal, and sexualize animals, you at least deserve a cage match. You know, you can stream that shit on an Animal Planet, save the rainforests. I do wonder though, like, what's the first symptom of someone becoming a furry? And I have to imagine that it's like this father and son moment, where the father and son are playing catch with a football, and then afterwards, father pats his son on the back. He's like, son, I just want you to know how proud I am of you. And as he's patting his son on his back, he like starts raising his ass in the air like a cat. So yeah, Glenrock, it's so fun coming back here. Like I said, I just miss the simpler days, man. Like, my favorite holiday is coming up right around the corner, which is St. Patrick's Day. I love St. Patrick's Day because you don't have to buy anything. And, you know, the tradition is, like, you know, in elementary, middle, and even high school, you just wear green to school. Because what happens if you don't wear green on St. Patrick's Day? Exactly, you get pinched. And, you know, growing up for me, if you wore red on St. Patrick's Day, there would be those weirdos that would go up and kiss you. Like, who here remembers that shit? Fuck, I miss being homeschooled. All right, you guys have been great. So thank you guys so much. I'm Devin Fulton. We're going to take about 5 minutes to give you guys a chance to go get some refreshments, and then next up we'll have Art Delgado coming to the stage. Art has opened up for so many awesome comics in Casper. He's a true pioneer of comedy in Wyoming. He's performed all over the states. He's super wonderful, and I'm just so excited for you guys to see him perform. But first, go get some refreshments, and we'll be back on in about 5 minutes.
No, I don't. Thanks, dude. Oh, yeah.